It's my side.
Huh? What'd you say?
It's my side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding with you.
You're in my spot.
I'm always over there. He's in my
my
spot.
spot. Well, you know, shaking things up.
All right, we'll do games second because
That's
I
fine.
might forget everything I read. Because
No, that's fine.
what in the world happened today? You know, it's just a couple days till Thanksgiving, and everyone's families are in town, and so and a lot of our staff isn't feeling very good. So I'm just saying, you know what? I'll read today. So I'm not going to do them in order. Just picking up the top one and going for it. All right. So this is a Vertigo book called Jacked. This one's kind of cool. It reminds me a little bit of Polarity, Max Bemis. I don't know if you read that series or not. Really good one. So this guy is a normal dad, house husband. Things are just kind of boring in his life. His brother, who's a dentist, kind of tells him, hey, there's these new drugs that aren't drugs that are just supposed to enhance your brain. You should look them up and try them. They're not exactly legal, but they're not illegal either. Get them from the internet, so we know what that means. Probably not good. So he finds one called Jacked, and he tries it out. So he feels the effects of it in this book. So I'm not going to spoil anything for you. You can kind of tell that he's kind of crazy. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if this is going to mean he's going to be good or bad when he's under the effects of this, but hopefully it doesn't affect his family too much because his son looks really sweet. So there's that one. This is the one everyone's waiting on this week. This is the DK3, and its little subtitle is The Master Race. It's a good thick book. I will tell you that in the center of this is something that Frank Miller actually had something to do with in this book, and it's a little tiny book inside on the atom. It's really, really good. Don't skip that. I mean, you can go through and read the entire book and then go back and read the atom, but it ties together with the book very well. It'll make you feel more satisfied for the book. The art isn't what you're expecting if you're looking for Frank Miller art, but it's not bad. Good stuff. I think it's a good solid read. I think you should pick this up this week.
Is it so it's not the same style as like the Dark Knight Returns that he did in the mid-90s?
No, not the old.
The blocky.
Did he do? Kind of.
Okay.
The atom that he does in the center, more his style, because it is his style.
Great.
So it doesn't seem disjunctive. It's just not the same stuff. Because I know everyone's thinking that that's all Frank Miller, and it's not. Okay. So if you want to have just a lot of fun, you need to pick up Venom Space Knight. And if you're a lover of art, you've got to get this book. So this gorgeous painted cover that you see, that's the way the whole book is. It kind of feels 3D almost. It's so good. So yeah, that I don't know if you know who's in this costume. This is Flash Thompson. So there's a lot of football talk in this book. This is cool. He doesn't really know what his job's supposed to be, but he's going to go do it. He meets a really cool robot pal in this book. It's just so good. You got to pick this up. I mean, I don't really care a whit about offshoots of Venom, but this may be a lover of Venom again. He's not insane in any way, but it'll still bring all that hilarity back for you. Good read. Highest possible recommendation for that one. All right, Silk, number 1. This is really great. I don't know if you know the history for Silk, so I'll just say it really quickly. She was bitten by the same radioactive spider as Peter was. She was on the same high school trip. But they locked her away for 10 years, so she's kind of newish to the system. She's been in Marvel Universe for a while, but not maybe recognizable to you if you haven't been reading a bunch of stuff. So in this book, I'm not going to tell you a lot about it because there's a lot of intrigue, and I don't want to mess any of those things up for you, but it's a really good read. She's got all the same cool powers that Peter has, and she has some friendships that may or may not be double agenty, so read. Now, another good feel-good book, okay? Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. It's a good start for telling you how Devil Dinosaur ended up with Moon Girl. This girl is super smart. She's stuck in regular public school, way smarter than all her teachers, so that means probably she's going to get in a lot of trouble, and she does. Devil Dinosaur we don't know a lot about, except for he gets drawn in from another dimension. And I think that going forward, this is going to be amazing, because what could be better than a really smart girl and a giant dinosaur? Hopefully she gets to ride him. So
What's the rating on that one? Is that an E?
it's just T.
T?
Just T.
Okay.
Yep.
didn't know if maybe it would be a good one for kids. Kids like dinosaurs.
I think it's fine. There wasn't any foul language or anything crazy in it.
Cool.
There was like cavemen. So I don't know. Are cavemen scary to kids? All right, now this is something of a genre that I don't think has been touched on very much in comic books. I really enjoyed it. So this is called Ringside. So this is about the wrestling universe. The main character is who was a very famous wrestler who was kind of washed out. He's come back into town. He's been working in Japan, kind of as a trainer. And when he gets back in town, he is trying to meet up with various friends that he's had there. And not all of the relationships are above board. So this is really great. Good art. I think this will be an interesting one to pick up, especially if you have ever loved wrestling at all. It kind of touches on all that, the back history for it. So, good book.
Well,
Master Brian.
Dang, my budget just increased.
Sorry.
A little bit. This is why I don't watch these very often, because I know I'll end up buying all the books, and I need money for games. So, if you're not a member of our Role Models group on Facebook, definitely go sign up for that. And we started a video series called Thanks Gaming. I got through one episode, and then all my volunteers kind of disappeared. I know schedules are tight. But the point of it was that on Thursday, Thanksgiving, a lot of these stores are opening up at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening and starting that whole Black Friday thing really early. And a lot of us just didn't feel comfortable with that. And so we're offering alternatives for families to spend time with each other, which is what the day is supposed to be about anyway, giving thanks and spending time together. And so what better way to do that than with some games? And so I've got 3 recommendations here for family-style games. The first is Retro Lunacy. This is by Looney Labs. Great price point at only $14.99, and it's a matching game. And there's only, depending upon the number of people that you play with, you have 1 or 2 or 3 stacks of cards in the middle, and you have to, it's like a Speed. If you've ever played Speed with regular cards, it's like that. You have to draw your cards out really, really fast. It's quick, 5 to 10 minutes, usually depending, again, on the number of people, so that's a fun one to check out.
Trim your nails.
Yeah, anything from Looney Labs is going to be a fantastic family game. They're quick, easy, and inexpensive. This is another one that I can't recommend enough. If you've ever played Love Letter, this one is a variation on this called Letters to Santa. So with holiday season coming up, it's great for Christmas. So if you're not familiar with the premise of this game, there are only 16 cards in this deck. And there's a number 8, one number 7, and so on and so forth. There's different quantities of them, and each one tells you to do something. And your goal in the round is to be the last one remaining. So again, these are nice, quick, easy games. This one's $10, and it comes with this handy-dandy little felt pouch. And not only to play around the table, but we keep a copy of it with us. And when we're out to eat at a restaurant, we pop this out and play a few games. Great conversation starter as well. It's like, hey, what are you playing? And then you can tell them where you got it, right?
So a question for you. It's not as easy as the last one with a card doesn't mean that you want to be the last one to go.
Right. So
Yeah.
each one will tell you
tricky.
to do something. So for example, number 8 card is Santa Claus. And you don't want to get, if it says on there, if you discard this card, you're out of the round. So you don't want to discard Santa. You want to keep Santa. So there's several different ways that you can get eliminated from the round. You can pair hands, whoever has the lower value card in their hand. So you only ever have one card in your hand. Quick, easy, a lot of fun.
Perfect.
And then my last one, I simply can't recommend this game enough. This is Boss Monster. If you're a fan of classic Nintendo 8-bit style video gaming,
Of course.
this is fantastic. You're playing as the boss. You're the bad guy. And you're building a dungeon with the different room cards, and you have to kill the hero before they reach your boss. And so you're working with yourself against the heroes, but you're also working against your opponents, because your opponents can destroy your rooms and your dungeons and so forth. So we've got Boss Monster 1, and then I've got Boss Monster 2, which is the expansion to it, and I just got in today the official Boss Monster playmat.
What?
So, right? That's awesome.
Does it look
So-
Nintendo-y?
It does. The whole thing is Nintendo. You can kind of see the box here. This looks like a classic Nintendo game. The expansion pack, the little small 20-card expansion pack, looks like a little Game Boy game. They're fun. You can't go wrong with it. So those are my picks for great family games for Thursday. Now, I've got in front of me a small array of games. Munchkin, I don't think we need to talk about Munchkin. If you're a fan of board games and card games, you know about Munchkin. Nightmare Before Christmas, super popular, sold out 6 copies before it was even on the shelf for a couple days. So this is back in stock. Get it, get it, get it. Another great Christmas gift is Portal. The kids love the Portal. I personally don't get it, but hey, there's a board game for it, and again, sold out of it, and it was gone. Lastly, Ghostbusters. It's finally here. They teased it and talked about it for so long. The Ghostbusters board game is here. There is a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man inside. There's an Ecto-1. See, if there had been a portal there, it would have...
The game is alive!
It is. We are having a release party for this game on December 4th. Get here by about 6 o'clock. We have a hard start of 6:30. There is a $5 entry fee on that, but the prizes, everyone's going to get a cool Ghostbusters iron-on patch. We'll also be offering a special on the game that night. So it's a little bit of a pricey game. So on December 4th, during the time of the tournament, we'll be offering 10% off on this game. I got plenty of copies in stock, so come check us out. Lots more games in stock that I can't get to tonight. So again, join the Role Models Facebook group. Find out about everything that comes out every week that I do it. And come see us on Saturdays from 6 to 8 for a family board game night, and I'll show you anything you like.
We just posted our Black Friday deals, so if you go to Facebook, you can see it. It's spectacular. You'll want to get up. We don't do early because everyone knows we sleep in. So the biggest deal is from 10 to 11, so enjoy your sleeping in. Bye.